I've known Dr. Bland for quite a few years. We met for the first time around 1990. I was a student. I truly believe that if it weren't for him, I might be in local government somewhere, but I may not be sitting where I am in this building at this time.
Well, I grew up in northern Colorado on a farm northwest of Fort Collins called Pleasant Valley. My father lost his eyesight when I was 7 years old. He was quite creative in how he adapted to his circumstances. That was a major shaper of my values. In early 1982, there was a university in Texas, NTSU, in Denton, Texas. So I thought, well, okay, sounds good. Long story short, they made a good offer, and it was one I thought, well, we'll try for a couple of years. And Texas seemed like a good fit. So we came, and after 2 years, it turned into now 40 years and counting.
Bob has been here for 40 years, and he has been part of growing the national reputation of the Public Administration Department for that entire time.
Bob not only said, well, we want our alumni to stay connected, but he built the networks, he built the programs, he fostered the relationships to connect the public administration alums to each other, to the discipline, and to the university. And he's just as committed 40 years later to the excellence of the program as he was when he arrived at UNT in 1982.
Our relationship was a divine appointment in my life. And ironically, he never taught me. So I was never a student in his classes, but I was a student of him. I went to his office and I knew we shared our faith. Uh-oh, don't get me to start tearing up. We shared that commonality in our faith, and it was a hard time for me. And I just sat in his office. I said, if you could just pray, that's all I said. He slid that box of tissue over, and he prayed for me. Sorry. There are so many people who just don't take the time for others. And to meet someone who's taken the time for others for 40 years, it's like, man, don't you get tired?
Well, now that he won the award, it's kind of a mountain to climb for me, so I just have to wait for another 22 years for me to get that award. But I am actually, I think on behalf of the faculty, we are just so thrilled.
My philosophy in teaching and research in service is really the same. I regard public service as the noblest of professions. My faith helped shape those values of serving others, valuing each person for who they are, respecting their identity, and helping them find their niche in life. So I love what I do. I couldn't think of anything else but what I do now. Quite frankly, I never, ever imagined having such a fulfilling career, quite frankly. Yeah. But I'm so thankful for it. Yeah.